Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And it's time for another little video here. Another real life video. I want to talk about Bernie Sanders. Now, I know I've talked a lot about Hillary Clinton, and Hillary won the Iowa caucus. This is old news already. She stole the caucus. It's pretty fucking obvious. I don't care what anybody says. It's pretty fucking apparent. There's no way an individual could win 6 coin tosses, whether they be in a row, spaced an hour apart, spaced a fucking year apart. The the odds, and this is all they've already done the math on this. The odds of you getting 6 successful coin flips that land on heads, they're right up there with the fucking Powerball. Even like I think they said it was even more impossible. Whatever it is, it's improbable, and that it would happen that way. First of all, let's talk a minute about caucuses. How fucking pathetic is it? Is this a traditional thing? I couldn't find any information on this where we're voting. Now I know what everybody's gonna say. Oh, this shit doesn't matter. It all comes down to the Electoral College. It does matter to a point. It does influence the fucking Electoral College's vote. The popular vote does affect it. Uh, no matter what anybody says. But anyway, then that's just a poor attitude to start with. Just I want to throw that out there. But yeah, the caucus, the fact that it came down to a fucking coin flip is a fucking joke. So Bernie Sanders really deserved to win this. But Brad, wait, aren't you fucking voting for Trump? I know that. But I want to talk about this, just saying how crazy it is with the fucking Democrats here for a minute. The fact that these are Democrats, but the thing is, we all know that Hillary is the fucking establishment. Bernie Sanders, not so much. He's just kind of a fucking crazy man, and I'll get to that in a fucking minute. I know a lot of people are going to come at me. I know that a lot of people, especially, college students, they are fucking behind Bernie. They don't know why they're behind him. Well, they know one reason why is because he's gonna make fucking school free. Yeah, free school, free stuff. Yeah, we all fucking this is what we hear. So this is what we're all going to get excited about because, we believe what we hear. We believe what politicians say, right? Yeah, okay. Especially when they have thousands of fucking lobbyists and, corporations behind them. Go figure. Anyway, so, Hillary's the establishment and they lied, they cheated, they stole the fucking caucus away from Bernie Sanders. Now, you might ask yourself, if I did have to choose between Hillary and Bernie Sanders, who would I choose? None of them. Well, if I had to choose, probably Bernie over Hillary, because Hillary is just the fucking devil, and she's just the biggest fucking bully. You know what cracks me up is the fact that people call Donald Trump a bully, when really in reality they haven't been given any reason to believe such. How is Donald a bully? Who has he bullied? Um, I see everybody bullying Donald. I see him getting bullied. I see Trump getting bullied. I don't see Trump bullying anybody else. But I do see Hillary bullying people. She's bullied women her whole life. She's bullied everybody under the fucking sun. Um, but anyway, she basically bullied her way through fucking Iowa. I'll tell you that much. This woman uses fear tactics. I mean, you just look at Hillary and just look in her eyes. And if you see, a genuine factor in her or just a genuine quality, you're just fucking insane and lying. It's like she's so transparent. You could just see the qualities just fucking dripping off of her. And she's behind Barack Obama. Nothing is going to change with Hillary, unless you love Barack Obama, then Hillary's your gal. And if Obama's your guy, then, well, there you go. I've already given you fucking reasons why not to like Obama. You know, some of the less obvious ones in previous videos. So I'm not going to repeat that. But anyway, I don't want to really get too much into that. We've already talked about Hillary. We all know that I don't want Hillary. We all know why we shouldn't want Hillary, because she's more of the same. She's fucking the establishment, and she's just going to lead this country down a very, very dark path. Maybe even darker than the one that Obama's leading us on. Anyway, Bernie Sanders, why should we fear this man as well? I think is fearing him as much as Hillary is necessary, but it's definitely necessary. So, yeah, this was really interesting. I watched this on the Alex Jones channel, as a fact. Thing is, I don't agree with everything that Alex Jones says, but there's something that you can't dispute. If you go around and you interview people on the college campus, that's a pretty telling sign of opinions. You really can't refute the opinions of others when they're recorded and it's shown to you. And so we saw some very telltale signs of how certain people shouldn't be able to vote, and this is what became really, really evident to me. I know why we have the Electoral College now. If we left, the election to the popular vote, wow, that would be fucking mad. Now, there's been a lot of things said about getting rid of the Electoral College, and for a time, I even fancied the idea. I even, toyed with the idea of maybe, this should be a preference of mine. And I found out that, what? No, this is really not the fucking way to go on this. Definitely not. We should not be supporting the Electoral College. We should we should not be supporting the abolishment of the Electoral College. We've been hearing this time and time again. It is seemingly a necessary entity, because if we left it in the hands of, say, the people that Alex Jones is, some of his partners there were interviewing, that'd be pretty fucking scary. People were saying basically they'd vote for Hillary because she's a woman, even though she bullies women, and she is the furthest thing from a fucking feminist. Um, you could also say that the fact that people will vote for Bernie Sanders because of free stuff, just completely ignoring everything else, like the fucking economy and ISIS, illegal immigration, all that's on the back burner. None of that matters. All that matters is free stuff, free stuff, free stuff. It's all that fucking matters. It just really, really plays into America. Just fat, stupid, ugly losers. That's all it is, basically. And being as patriotic as I am, it's painful to say. I know it didn't really seem too painful to say that, but that's because I'm not politically correct. I never have been. And I stated this before in previous videos. Because that's what America is. Fat, lazy, overweight, dumb, retarded, just not, just basically uninformed. 1,000 fucking things are going on in this country. 1,000 fucking evil people are prospering. Does anybody care? No. Because why? That pretty much says it right there. And I picked up my phone, and it was upside down, so that makes people look even dumber. Made me look stupid, but I am fucking trying to illustrate why everything is the way how it is, and that is exactly one of the fucking reasons. Not only people are on their phone all the time, but it's upside down, so they're not even fucking reading. Unless they could read upside down, which would be pretty fucking impressive, but they cannot! So, anyway, yeah. Pretty much what it is. So anyway, people like Bernie Sanders because he's going to make free tuition possible. How? By raising the taxes on the wealthy. Now, I'll admit this. When I was uninformed and I was in college, I believed this. Yeah, so many of my professors who were liberal and fucking, anybody to the fucking extreme left is going to believe this. And if you fucking have attended, college, chances are you've run into a lot of professors that belong to the fucking far left that are liberal, and basically what they represent is this, which is really funny because I never really understood liberalism. Uh, Basically, liberalism translates to this: having an open mind in politics, not being closed-minded, and basically not following the Constitution. Even though sometimes you believe in the Constitution and you talk about the forefathers, you do everything in your power to make sure that you go against them and it. Them being the founding fathers and it being the Constitution. Now, a lot of liberals are basically former hippies from the 60s. We all know this. The liberals were the ones that protested during Vietnam, and a lot of those people have become liberals today. We see this with Jane Fonda and a host of others, really. So the thing is, weren't they protesting the government's decision to go to war? Weren't they protesting the government during the 60s? Weren't they? So why is it that liberalism to the far left now seems to dictate that the government should be taking care of people through welfare programs, free tuition, and making all this happen? The size of government is going to grow with liberal and democratic policies. So isn't it the liberals the one who are always saying, I said this in the past, saying fuck the police, fuck the government and everything. But the thing is, if you yourself are a liberal and you want Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton or anybody like that, I don't even really think Hillary Clinton, yeah, she is a liberal, but not in the same way as Bernie Sanders is a liberal socialist, where it's so far to the left that it becomes even more than just plain old liberalism. But the thing is, many people get this like liberal means liberty. It does not. It might have at one time. Being liberal means free, doing something freely, the act of doing something freely, to apply liberally, and shit like that. You know, and it's really shocking because people just they don't understand this. All this shit with taxation, this is all through the government. All these government programs, you want the government to take care of everything. The government is just going to grow and get bigger. So everything that you were complaining about, your belief system, it flies in the face of it. I don't understand it. Bernie Sanders is going to lead to bigger government. And what you don't understand is this. What cracked me up. Everybody was down, and I hate President George W. Bush. Don't even get me started on him. But, there was this one thing that cracked me up during his administration when everybody said, oh, he raised taxes. He dropped the tax cuts on the wealthy, on major corporations. And they see this as a bad thing because they're getting a tax break. And these are major corporations, and that's not our money. Yes, it is. What are you saying, Brad? What? How is that our money? That's not my money. I'm not the millionaire. I'm not the billionaire. I'm not the head of the giant corporation. No, you're not. But you work for them. If you can't see where I'm going with this, then God help you. But you're way too far to the fucking left, and you're way just buried under fucking ideology. You see, if a corporation, if their taxes get raised, that means that they're paying more. They are profiting less because why? Because they've been taxed. So in order to make up for this difference in what they are losing, they are going to cut certain costs within their company, like your salary or your hourly wage. So, this might be a good thing if you're going to college, if you're unemployed and your, occupation is a student. That kind of annoys me in a way. I went to college and worked at the same time. Why can't you people do the same? Anyway, All right. I wasn't really the best student, but that's besides the point. At least I fucking worked, and I did get a fucking degree. Might not be the best degree of all time, but it is some degree. It is a fucking associate's, and whatever, as I said, it doesn't matter what you think. Um, you know, went to college, did it, really wasn't for me. But anyway, here's the thing. So your student, that's your occupation. Okay. So that's what it is. So the reason why you're going to college, why does anybody go to college? To get more knowledge? As girls go to Jupiter to get more stupid? No, motherfucker, they don't. Fuck you, Adam Sandler. Fuck you and your shit ass movies. Anyway, the thing is, that you're in college, you don't understand what's going on. You hear free stuff, yay! You don't care about anything. That's the only reason why you want Bernie Sanders. That's the only fucking reason why you want him. Because of that one thing, because you don't even know anything about him. A lot of these people who were interviewed even said that they don't follow politics. If you don't follow politics, then you don't know anything about him. You heard one thing, you read a meme on the internet, you read a fucking tweet, and you're a fucking asshole, and you don't know anything about what you're talking about, so don't talk about it! Anyway, what that was. But anyway, the thing is this. When you do get a job, when you do fucking get a job, and you realize that the wage is so fucking low, and your salary is so fucking low, you want to know why? Because remember the time when you said that was a good thing about the giant corporation getting taxed? Well, you work for them now! And now you're not making anything because they've been taxed so high, and you supported it, and you voted the person in who was going to commit that very act. Because chances are, by the time you get out of college, Bernie Sanders will still be fucking president, and he's going to be taxing the fucking shit out of these companies that you work for. These major companies that you work for. And you're going to be making less money because there are giant companies that have been taxed, and you work for them now. And they're not going to be able to afford to pay you. Even if they could afford it. You know how companies are. You know that they're cheap, and you know all this fucking shit already. Everybody complains about fucking payroll. Why are they so cheap with the payroll and everything? You know why? Because they're taxed to fuck. They are taxed to fuck. That is why. Why do people? Why do they believe this? What they don't understand. Oh, they should just be cutting taxes on the lower middle class. Yeah, they could fucking do that. They definitely could do that as well. There's no problem with that. But you know what? You could just be making more money if you would stop fucking taxing the shit out of the fucking companies. It makes no sense. We're punishing the wealthy. Are a lot of those major corporations evil? Yes, but unfortunately, they're the ones that hold the jobs. So, unless you're fucking unemployed, and a lot of people that just want to stay that way, which I've noticed with a lot of fucking liberals, they're just fucking college students that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm a scholar. Yeah, you're a fucking scholar. Go get a fucking job and then fucking realize why Obamacare sucks. Then you're gonna fucking realize why all this fucking shit sucks. Why it fucking sucks to tax corporations and why free stuff is not the answer. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing truly free. It's not free. You can't make a fucking service free. It costs money. It's going to come from one way or the other. And Bernie Sanders is admitting that he is going to raise taxes. He already said that he is going to raise your taxes as well. He's already fucking said that. But you hear that they're going to punish the fucking wealthy, and you get a fucking hard on for that. I don't know why you think that this is such a fucking great thing. Like, this is the be all, end all. This is how the answer to everything. It ain't the answer. It's not the fucking answer to the fucking question. The question is, what the fuck are you fucking thinking? Bernie Sanders is not going to give you free anything. You're still going to fucking pay for it. You're still going to fucking pay through the fucking teeth to get what you fucking want so desperately. Why? Why even go through this? Why put the country under so much stress with these fucking policies? The government is going to be fucking gargantuan. And you complained about the government. If you hate the government that much, then don't vote for Bernie Sanders because he's only going to grow the size of it. People just don't learn. You just don't learn. You never learn for one single fucking solitary minute. Don't you get it? Don't you see the fucking pattern here? Nothing is free. There's no free rides in this world. Can things be a little bit easier? Of course they can. Without a fucking doubt. But without a fucking doubt, you already have to fucking say this, that fucking taxing these corporations is not a good idea. And it's never going to be a good idea. Nothing fucking changes. It's never going to be a good idea, so stop fucking suggesting it. We're going to punish the rich, which is in turn going to affect us because we work for them. I don't see why people don't understand this pattern. You know, it's called a fucking food chain, and that's what it is. And pretty soon, if they're paying too much, then they're going to start laying people off, and that's basically what's going to happen. You are going to get gobbled up. Anyway, motherfuckers, I know a lot of people will still vote for Bernie Sanders. I am in no way making this video as an intention to fucking try to, get people to stop. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But, if I could just make you stop and think for a couple of minutes about this guy, then I've fucking done my job. All right.